Great morning, folks. Hey, this is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin. Welcome to another Sunday mindset message. Many of you are aware that I go live every single Sunday for all of you, especially my overnight millionaire students, my script members, to kind of set your week up for success, to enable you to begin to attract the things that you want. And, the purpose of these lives is to give you tips and trips and methods so you can get what you want faster here. Hey, before we get started, can we just type 3 things that we're grateful for? Okay. I have a beautiful message for you this morning. I woke up feeling good. I meditated twice. I believe that was twice. Yes. And throughout the day, I'm going to meditate a few more times, maybe 10 times today. And it's just some magnificent things are going on. But I want all of you right now, as you're logging on, as you're listening to my voice, I want you to begin to type 3 things that you're grateful for. And it can be anything. You can be grateful for your children, your parents. You could be grateful that you have a job, and you could be grateful that you have a business. You could be grateful that you woke up. You could be grateful that you're listening to Wesley Virgin now. You could be grateful that you have fingers. You could be grateful that you can breathe. You can be grateful that you live in America. You can be grateful that today can be the day that everything changes for you now. You could be grateful that this week you're going to make the most money ever in life. You could be grateful that this week everybody's going to treat you fairly. Everything's going to work out perfectly. So go ahead and do that. I'll let you guys do that for the next 30 seconds while I get prepared for the message here. And let me go ahead and look at the comments. Comment your name while you type what you're grateful for. Hey, Tia, how are you? We have Elected. Hey, Reggie, Janice, how are you? Hit the like button if you can hear my voice clearly here. Kelly, how are you? Good morning. We got Maddie as well. Andrew, Stress Free Queen. We have Skate. We have Cody. Janice, Bruno. We have King. We have DeMarcus Dogan, Philip Rosemary here. We have Anthony Montgomery. We have Graham, East, Agala, D. Logan. Wow. So many of you here. Barty Gang. We got Claudio as well. So listen, today's topic it's very simple. Okay. Thank you so much, Janice, for enrolling to Overnight Millionaire University. We love you. And I promise to serve you for the rest of my life here. Hey, and listen up. The topic is your manifestation isn't late. It's just that your runway is dark. And I'm explaining it to you because, I've been there. Sometimes you're thinking like, when am I going to manifest what I want, Wes? I bought your course. I'm in your program. I've been listening to the script. What's going on? It seems like it's late out there. Seem like it's not working. What's going on? So I want to give you an opportunity to learn what to do and to explain what's happening. Is that okay? Because once I understood this, not only did I make millions of dollars, I became a better father, a better person, a better just boyfriend. I just became an all-out better person and a person that really understood how to attract what he or she wants. Begin to travel the world. It's like everything in life was happening on autopilot. And if that's what you want, I want you to come with the word amen here. So I'm going to tell you a story here. So when I made my first million at 35 years old, I think I've shared this story with you. And just like most of you, trustfully, in my 20s and early 30s was hard. It was hard. And I had kids, right? Had kids out of wedlock. I went to jail a few times, not for anything major, just for traffic tickets. I had to file bankruptcy in my 20s. I had 3 repos. They took my car, man, 3 times, believe it or not. There were times that I had to sell blood to actually eat. It's embarrassing, but it did happen. There were times I was doing these studies. I don't know if anybody know what I'm talking about here, but there's some studies here in Houston, Texas, where you go for like a week and they give you these pills and give you this stuff and tests, and they pay you $2,000 for it. I did that quite a bit as well, but I was just trying to survive. Okay. because I didn't know. I knew I wanted to be wealthy. I knew I wanted to be rich, but obviously I didn't know how. And I was fighting with the old me, right? And just the old person that I was. And I wasn't truly committed to being the new person that I am here today to get what I want. So I felt that, nothing was working. I was trying to manifest, and I'm trying to do vision boards and scripting and journaling. And I think we can relate. I even went to the Tony Robbins seminar twice. Okay. I've been there twice, folks. It's crazy, right? But I remember, so when I made my first million at 35, I began to travel a lot. Okay. And I remember I was getting ready to travel to Paris for the first time. And I was so excited because I remember putting Paris on my vision board. I said, one day I'm going to travel to Paris and I'm going to speak some French. Oui. I'm going to eat some escargots, some snails, and I want to do some shopping, and I wanted to live that French dream, right? And I remember I was on the plane. I was United Airlines, and I was alone, and I was by myself. Okay, like I didn't have any family, no girlfriend, no woman. It was just me, because I was what they call a millionaire in training. I was at MIT. I was a brand new millionaire, so I was getting used to and accustomed to the lifestyle. So I was in first class. I remember the lady giving me some wine. At that time, I did sip a little champagne. Now I don't drink at all, but, I was just really proud of myself because I felt that I suffered and sacrificed so much, and that this moment to go to Paris alone, to be able to experience that was huge. And it was that night. And it was going to be, I think, 8-10 hour flight. And we were on the runway. Okay. And the flight was scheduled to leave at 8 p.m. And I look at my watch and it was 8:10. And I'm thinking to myself, why haven't we took off yet? Like, why are we still here? You know how we get when we're on the plane. We want to go. We want to get off the ground because we're claustrophobic. We don't want to be in that plane. It's cool being in the plane, but we don't want to be in the plane too long. Can I get an amen to that, right? We want to get to our destination. So now it's 8:30. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, is there a problem? The pilot hasn't said anything. The stewardess hasn't said anything. He said, don't worry, we're going to leave soon. And then it's like 1 hour. So I'm getting pissed at this time. I'm like, why haven't the plane left? Okay. Like, I paid for my ticket and I want to be on time because I don't want to be on this plane, right? I want to get to my destination. I want to get to the French women. I want to get to the escargot. I want to go shopping and buy some Louis Vuitton and say oui and je papel, right? I want to do all that stuff. And then finally the plane takes off, okay? And I remember we were in the air and we were scheduled to land, I think, in the morning. But again, we wasn't landing, and I didn't understand. I said, hey, don't we supposed to land? And the pilot says this. You're going to like this. The pilot says that, unfortunately, we can't land because the runway lights are not working. They're not on. So, which means we have to circle a little bit until those lights get turned on. And what I want you to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that's what's happening to your desires and your goals. Your desires can't land until your internal runway is lit. See, some of you are what I call a holding pattern. They call this when, pilots can't land in a holding pattern. So holding patterns that they're just flying around in circles in the sky. They're at the destination. Like, listen, your dream and your goal is there. Like, it's waiting for you. Some of you are like 2 feet from the goal, the dream. You're so close. But the reason why you're in a holding pattern is because your runway is dark. See, people blame the universe, but their inner runway is dark, cluttered with thoughts, fear, and self-doubt. What I want you to understand is this, that your desire isn't delayed. It's circling. Okay? The moment your runway lights turn on, you land. Okay? Somebody in the comments below said, turn on the lights. That's all you need to do is turn the lights on. Okay? You have to turn on the lights, which means is, I want you to turn on the lights inside your mind. You're spending too much time outside of you, blaming the universe, blaming your boss, blaming your mama, blaming your husband, blaming the mentor, blaming the entrepreneur that you paid a couple of $1,000s to. You're blaming everybody. But what the problem is that it's not that your desires are not there. It's not that you don't deserve it. Like, the dream is ready to be unraveled. It's ready. It's there waiting for you. But the runway is dark. And you can't land a plane when the runway is not lit. You can't land on your dreams if you have cluttered thoughts. If you are impatient, if you're upset, if you're mad that it's not happening, if you're frustrated, if you're complaining. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Comment below. Turn on the lights within you. Listen, if you can hear my voice right now, I want everybody to type, I'm turning on the lights, Wes. Because if you don't turn those lights on, you're never going to land. You're never going to fulfill the dream that you've been praying about and hoping about and wishing about and visualizing. Turn on the lights. Comment below. I'm ready to turn the lights, Wes. I'm going to stop blaming people. I'm going to stop blaming myself. I'm going to stop entertaining frustration. I'm going to stop being angry. I'm going to stop being so impatient. I'm going to stop focusing on what I don't have and begin to be grateful for what's happening right now. Do you not understand that your dreams and your goals, you're like 2 feet from them? They're right there. That all you need to do is turn on the lights on that landing strip, and your life will begin to land in what I call the land of paradise. You're gonna, you understand that you're gonna land in the land of paradise when you decide to turn those lights on, which means you can no longer entertain negative thoughts. Don't entertain them. What do you mean by that, Wes? Stop talking about them so much. Wes, how do I get rid of negative thoughts? These negative thoughts, these negative thoughts, these negative thoughts. You know, the first thing that people do, my students that join overnightmillionaireuniversity.com, it's mandatory for them to begin to delete their negative thoughts first. Because I understand if I don't get rid and if I don't diminish what's already there, it doesn't matter how much positivity, education, how-to techniques and methods I give you, you still fail. Can I get an amen, please? Like, you still give up, you quit. Some of you don't realize you try to put yourself in a better situation, try to change your environment. You're trying to read different books. You're trying to say positive affirmations. You're journaling and scripting, and it appears that nothing is working because you didn't turn on your runway lights. Okay? You can't land a plane in the dark. And you can't land your life in the dark as well. You can't. You want to live in a land of paradise where you have more than enough money. You want to be healthy. You want to be healed. You want to be in love. You want to feel magical. You want to get rid of your vices and addictions. Everybody wants to land in the land of paradise, but they refuse to turn their lights on. They refuse to realize that the light that needs to be turned on is within you. And it has to be done daily. Okay? It has to be done daily. Okay? I'm thinking that the plane was late to land in Paris, but it's just the runway lights wasn't on. The plane is not late, folks. The pilot did what he was supposed to do. Now it's up to the ground folks, the airport staff, to make sure those lights are on. But I want you to understand that you're doing everything right. Most of you are doing everything right. However, all you need to do is stop entertaining thoughts that don't serve you. Thoughts that don't serve you to land in the place where you're supposed to be. You can't be in an airplane talking about, oh my God, man, we got to go back to Houston. This is not going to work. We've been up here for an hour. I'm sick and tired of this. Why is this happening to me now? I just want to land. I just want to go to Paris. I just want to shop. You got me late. I'm going to have a late check-in. That's you. That's what you're doing right now. Some of you are circling in the air. All you need to do is turn on the runway lights, but you're complaining. Oh, this is not happening fast enough. I'm 30, I'm 40, I'm 50 years old. I've been through a divorce. I got kids. It's hard. My kids are number one. I don't have time to focus on this, but I really want this. I procrastinate too much. What is wrong with me? I keep drinking and smoking and trying to pacify all these negative emotions, and I just can't get them out of my head. I can't stand my boss. I can't stand traffic. My relationship is just shit. Damn, when am I going to get a break? It's like God is just punishing me right now. I don't know why. I'm a good person. I do everything good for other people, and no one does nothing for me. That's you. And when you speak like that, young people, your light gets dimmer. It's like turning off your light. Like most of you are creating the darkness that you're trying to escape from. Okay? You're creating the darkness. Some of you say, oh, I'm in a dark place right now. You are creating the darkness because of your refusal to just turn on the light. Right? It doesn't make sense. It's like, why would somebody walk into a room and turn off the light when they need to see? And that's what you're doing every day. Every day that you're negative. Every day when you have poor thoughts. Every day when you play that victim role. Every day that you blame somebody or blame yourself. You're turning off your lights. And you're blaming God. You're blaming the universe. You're blaming your parents. You're blaming the husband, the wife, the boss, whatever. You're blaming everybody else. And to be honest, you don't need to blame anyone. You just need to take accountability. You understand, if you want your lights to turn on, you got to get up and turn on the lights. If you want your plane to land in your land of paradise, what I believe you deserve to be, you just got to say, you know what? Let me just sit my butt down and be patient. Let me just choose to be grateful about what's going on right now. Because choosing to worry and stress, that doesn't even serve me. Doesn't serve me, doesn't serve my children, doesn't serve my husband, doesn't serve my wife. It doesn't serve anybody. So why am I intentionally stressing myself out about a situation that is outside of my control? Why not just have faith? Come at the word faith, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you're not a believer, just come at the word faith, okay? It's just why not have faith? I live in the tallest building in Houston, Texas, on the top floor. I'm in a penthouse, right? Obviously, I'm high. But is it an opportunity that this building can fall down? Yeah, it can. That's possible. But I have faith that it's not. Every day when I get in the elevator and I have to go from this floor to the bottom floor, is a possibility that the elevator can have problems? Of course. It's a possibility that the elevator can have problems and I can fall down to the ground to my death. But I have faith that it's going to go nice and slow down to the first floor. So why don't you have faith that your dream, your desire, your goal is happening? Hello? Just why not have faith? Let me define faith just in case you don't know. I'm a PK kid, preacher's kid. So that's the only reason why I know the definition stuck in my head, right? Thanks to my parents. Much love to the Virgin family. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Okay, that's it. The substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Which means there's evidence, even though you can't see it, but there's evidence that it's going to work. You know why? Because it's worked before. Some of you are dealing with a problem right now, but if you really think deeply about your problem, I want you to think about when you had a similar problem. What happened? Did you solve it? You did. Because you always do. You know what I tell my woman all the time when she gets stressed out about something and something happens? I say, listen, everything is going to work out perfectly. Okay? Everything. Everything will always work out perfectly based on your intention. See, as long as you have a positive intention about what you want, even though you may, on the surface, it may seem that it's counterintuitive. You're like, oh man, why is all this stuff happening to me right now? What's going on? I thought everything was good. Yeah. Listen, when things are going wrong, that means things are about to get better. Can I get an amen to that? It's the truth. I have witnessed this many times in my life. Many of you want to go to the next level in life. Like you're trying to go to the 30th floor, but you're so comfortable with the 10th floor. Like you're on the 10th floor. You want to go to the 30th floor, but you get knocked down to the 8th floor. You think that you're going backwards. No. Listen, the reason why you're going backwards because we're going to build up those legs a little bit. Okay? We want those legs to be powerful. So we're going to take you down a few steps or do a few floors. So when you go back up stronger past the 10th floor. Some of you, what you don't realize, sometimes you have to go backwards a bit to get stronger, to go past where you have been very comfortable at for years. Some of you have been comfortable at the amount of money that you make. You've been comfortable with the house and the home and the apartment that you live in. You're comfortable with the car, but you want more. Come at the word, I want more, Wes. Well, to get more, you got to stretch yourself. If I go to the gym, if I want bigger muscles, I want to be toned, That means I have to stretch myself, which means it's going to be a little bit more difficult momentarily. So what I want you to understand is, just because you're getting a little bit resistance, just because on the surface it looks like, well, nothing is working. As a matter of fact, it's getting worse. It's getting worse so it can get better. Okay? Have you ever fell down and scarred yourself, hit your knee and you bleeding all over the place? When you first fall to the ground, you don't notice that you just cut yourself or hurt yourself. You don't notice it. You ever been riding a bike when you were little and you fell over and you're like, oh my God, I fell over. And then you notice you got this red, bloody scar, whatever. You hit yourself, you scarred yourself and you're bleeding. It gets worse. At first, you didn't know you had a cut. Then you realize you had a cut because you see the blood. Then you notice the pain. Then the pain gets worse. But doesn't it get better? Hello? Like you don't bleed out. Eventually, it stops bleeding. Eventually, your body repairs itself. Well, this is what happens in life, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you got to bleed to heal. Okay? Sometimes you have to suffer before things begin to get better. Sometimes you have to fail for you to finally realize that you will succeed. Okay? Come with the word value, if you got value tonight. How many of you are going to decide this week to turn your lights on? Hello? How many of you right now, comment below, are making a decision right now? I'm going to turn my lights on, Wes. I'm turning them on. I mean, I'm not dealing with these negative thoughts. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to use the word negative thoughts anymore. And it doesn't matter if you're in my university or if you're not in my university. I want you to comment below. You're not going to use the word negative anymore. Don't even use the word. When you open your mouth, you're not going to say anything that makes you feel or look weak. Just not going to say it. You may think it. Just don't say it. If you're tired, okay, keep it to yourself. Don't say it. If you're exhausted, just don't say it. If you're depressed, disappointed, just don't say it. If you're angry, don't talk about how angry you are. If you want to complain, don't talk to yourself. Don't talk to other people about it. Because that's going to keep you in that circling, holding pattern, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? The more you complain, you're going to circle. You're going to be in the air for a very long time, folks. It's time for you to land. Comment below. It's time for me to land, Wes. Is it not? And this is the end of 2025. Here's November. Is it not time for you to land? Some of you have been doing this for 5, 10, 20 years of your life. Is it not time for you to land? Hello? Don't you want to eat some of that good food? In Paris, right? Come on now. Aren't you ready to get back on the ground? Do some shopping? Comment below. It's time for me to land. Come on. You understand the people at the top, they're waiting on you. That's land already. We don't have to keep fooling ourselves, telling ourselves that we need to change. Oh, 2026 is going to be my year. Oh, I'm going to make changes this year. God got me this year. I'm going to take accountability this year. I'm going to work out this year. I'm going to do everything right this year. You don't need to say that. Just do it. This year, I just want you to close your mouth and just do it. Don't wait till 2026. Don't tell me everything that you're going to do. Just do it. If you're going to behave properly, just do it. If you're going to go work out, go to the gym, just do it. If you're going to learn how to communicate effectively, just do it. If you're going to start a business, just do it. If you're going to get serious about what you're working on, just do it. Gonna be a better salesperson? Do it. Be a better setter? Do it. You're gonna hold yourself accountable even though no one's watching you? Just do it. Don't tell nobody. We don't care. People don't care what you say. They care what you do. Show them. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. Comment the word value if you got any value tonight. I will be back live today. And remember, if you want to join my Overnight Millionaire University, go to overnightmillionaireuniversity.com or go to Wesley $1 Million Virgin on my Instagram. Click the link in the bio to get access. If you want these rants, this podcast here, will be uploaded to my Millionaire Midnight Rant podcast. You can just go to Google and type in Millionaire Midnight Rant. If you want access to my app, just go to the App Store for iPhone users only for now. Just type in Manifest AI Bye Bye Broke Brain. That is Manifest AI Bye Bye Broke Brain. It's a free download to begin to recondition your subconscious mind for the man or person that you want to become. Hey, much love. This is Wesley $1 Billion Virgin, and let's go.